Yeah, so getting back on track. So last time you bought and released a bunch of slaves. You left Napier, and you've now also gotten past, like, about a couple hours or so past Luxor. So you
I
are
think-
roughly around here-ish, and keeping
I
an
think-
eye out.
Yeah, I think pretty much all the slaves decided to join the crew. I kind of gave them a choice, but I don't think they really had anywhere else to go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
at least one of them you actually got a name out of.
Yeah,
We're still going to treat them as generic crew, but yeah.
Yeah. The rest are going to be generic, but he was like a veneer guy. I think I wrote his name down. I thought I did.
Oh, we also, I just remembered, Aaron's character had the amulet thing.
Not amulet, it was a statue.
The statue, yeah. And Valena got smacked outside the head for trying to mess with it again. That's why I remember.
Dark
Yeah,
magic
that's right,
plus
'cause,
dark
like-
magic items equals no touchy.
Yeah, I thought I wrote down the guy's name, but apparently I didn't.
Oh gosh, I'm not even sure what his name was either now. Everyone's
Well,
forgotten
then,
him in so
everybody
long.
take your retcon and we'll make a new name for him.
We shall
This-
call him Tim.
Unless Matt wants to go back to the previous stream after this and fish the name out of the stream.
Not right now.
Alright.
We're hot in the
Yeah.
middle of this stream,
Yeah,
so
all I remember was he was a veneerman, and we had like a lengthy conversation about shit with him.
Right.
We basically assigned him to be like the leader of the new guys.
Right.
more
Because
or
he's
less,
one
I
Slash
guess.
drill DI / whatever.
It's been so long. Oh god, it's just like
Alright.
All right. Anyways, so you are heading westward again, and it is time for the morning change of wind. So, who wants to roll a d8?
I'll roll with D8.
Give me them shiny dice. Let's get this thing started. 2. Northeast is where the wind is coming from. You
That's
on?
actually good. That's actually good because we're heading west.
It's heading northeast, though.
you said there was where it was coming from. That would mean that was blowing from that direction. You mean it's blowing that direction? though.
Yeah, it's blowing in that direction. It's not coming from the northeast. It's going to the northeast.
Well, then we
Okay.
have to tack.
Yeah. So what is that?
Right.
What does that mean exactly?
So
trying
I think you can get a little bit of wind, but you're going to be really slow now.
Alright.
But on the plus side, if anyone's trying to chase after you, they're having the same issues too.
We
trying to remember
go
if we had
anywhere.
trying to remember if we had oars.
For your rowboat.
Oh.
We see what we do is we have
We tied the rowboat to the front of the ship, and we just used it as a tugboat.
We could have hired a guy with a drum.
tie the rowboat to the
Boom.
front of the ship, and then have Garoth and Thelona row it while raging.
Uh, that would be very dangerous for you.
Oh,
No, it'd be dangerous for the guy doing the drum. Revving speed!
Well, do remember that a barbarian, to keep rage, either has to inflict damage or be damaged.
Which is why I said I feel sorry for the drummer. He's probably going to be dead by the end of this.
the drummer's not going to be on that boat, though. So basically,
Anyway.
it'd be the two of them not punching each other until one of them's knocked out.
Anyways.
Oh god!
give them this
Oh god!
large-
We're
we give
Hulk
them
and
this-
Thor.
We give them this large wooden badger to punch.
Anyways, so we're slow, we're moving.
You're
but
very
we are
you're
moving.
very slow. You're catching just a little bit of that northward wind, but it's not even going completely in the right direction, so it's not helping you much. But you are technically going downstream, so yeah, you're still getting pushed along. You're just trying to make
Yeah.
sure that you're not crashing into anything,
I'm guessing we basically just pulled down the sails because
or
they're just
pull up the
close.
sails. Yeah, just fold them up and wait a while. until the wind changes, possibly the next day. So anything you guys want to do during the day?
God, I've lost my train of thought of what we were doing, like, at all, because it's been so long.
I had a weird random thought, which is dangerous for Valena.
Can be.
Alright, so... Is Geralt doing anything?
What would Geralt be doing in a situation like this? I think he's probably like staying in the back of the ship, kind of keeping a watch behind them, amongst a couple other people, including the
Because
crow's
I was
nest.
gonna have Geralt do that old boyfriend thing, where he just sits in a chair while Valena takes forever to try on different outfits.
Did you even buy any outfits to try on?
She has several outfits throughout this journey.
Yeah, but why would you be trying on outfits you already own?
You've already tried it out too, nonetheless.
You see, this is where minor illusion comes in really great.
Which I have, but I'm not letting you use it.
Nope, not
Nice.
using the spell slots on you on this one. Mm-mm.
Let me see if I got no British stations, poison spray, tilt touch, sucking grass, told the dead. Nope. No minor illusion. Yep.
Honestly, at this point, I assume just nobody really has anything that they want their characters doing. They're just keeping an eye on things in general while they're very slowly going down the river.
I angrily cast Eldritch Blast at the wind. How dare you?
Eldritch Blast
Boy.
at the who?
The
At
wind.
the wind. It's about as effective as casting magic missile at the darkness.
Yes, unlike the magic missile into the darkness, which can actually illuminate things, especially if it hits something, casting Eldritch Blast into the wrong direction to wind seems to be ineffective, although you do hit a tree.
Great. So now,
Valena.
you've annoyed the god of tree.
No, it's okay. I can just raise the tree back.
I don't think it's dead.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh no, that tree was that tree was stitchy, and it's gonna throw snakes at us.
I feel like at this point the whole crew is broken out in a song about cabin fever.
Yeah, I'm more or less. Azina's probably just gonna play her flute most of the day. Well, waiting
Just
for the
kicking
boat
back
to
a bit and playing different little songs on the flute, yeah.
Well, since the captain's being relaxed, it's my job to bark out orders. So I'll be the task mistress,
Just
Making
making
sure
sure
the
general
sail-
repairs are done, checking up
making
food.
sure the sails remain taut and in the right positions, and
Getting the new crew to scrub the grounds. Gotta have a clean ship too.
yeah, I am gonna go look back at the previous episode at some point because I think we got something like 9 crew members, but I can't remember exactly.
It's quite a few of them now. You've actually got some extra shots and attacks now with how many extra hands you got. Yeah, it was something
You
like 9 or
swab
10
the
people you
deck.
bought.
you take care of that broken branch. You, just because that's called the poop deck does not mean you have to poop on it.
I'm sorry.
Take that with a proper bucket.
And I just realized how odd it is that I just randomly started messing with my Disney Infinity figures that are sitting here, and the one I picked up without even thinking about it was Davy Jones.
That's it. You're all getting eaten by Cthulhu monsters tonight.
Valena like just sitting there bored with her chin in her hand and with her elbow on her leg, just going, I really need to pick up a hobby.
That's the moment where Geralt just walks behind you, puts his hand on the top of your head, and goes, "You already have a hobby. weirding me out. With a smile, he walks back to the back of the ship.
I thought he was going to say, you already have a hobby.
Did I hear that comment? Yeah, that was going to be Philona's secondary comment if she heard that. Oh, I thought that was sex.
You could have more than one.
Does Azina hear this conversation?
They're not hiding it.
I go, well, I could always teach you how to play the flute.
This one time at band camp.
I'm sorry, I'm now imagining Sumerian band camp. It's wrong. I went to band camp and 8 people died.
Only one of them was instrument based.
One of them kept saying he needed more cowbell, but it didn't keep people from dying.
Although the guy with the cowbell got really good practice that session.
He kept saying he needed more cowbell, so we put one in his chest.
It was very distracting. I couldn't take it anymore. Just
That's when I just decided to pick up drums. And left. Seriously, I left with the drums. I ran off with them.
But yeah, so does Valena respond to Azina offering to teach her to play the flute?
Valena just goes, sure, I can take up a musical instrument.
Okay.
I don't remember if I
So actually, how does one go about this training?
I'm not sure. But I think I would need to roll something, and then she would need to roll something.
Would be the
Performance?
likely way to do it.
I just realized that, like, I copy pasted certain things when filling out this character sheet, and I'm supposed to know 2 other musical instruments, but instead my character sheet just says 3 musical instruments of your choice. I don't remember copying and pasting it directly like that. So I'm gonna have to decide what other musical instruments I know, because I don't remember what I picked originally. Let me see.
I can look it up real quick. That's a tool.
Yeah. Welcome to Conan. My character's skilled in the flute, the banjo, and the juice harp.
The flute, the other flute, and the bagpipes.
Oh gosh, if you teach Valena bagpipes, Gareth is gonna throw him overboard.
Well, we don't have
I
any,
might
so I
throw
can't.
Valena overboard.
We don't have any, so I
Shortly
can't
before
teach
staging
you.
a mutiny.
Anyways,
What would it be? What insight would that be? What I'd have to roll to try and teach someone? Maybe.
Find this new skills.
This is something you kind of
Um,
have to home. This is something you have to kind of like
Okay.
homebrew, because there's no official rules for doing something like this.
all right. Let's see. Musical
Yeah, this
instrument.
basically has to kind of get homebrewed into
Okay,
basically
you
what
got,
does the GM think, I guess.
Thinking insight would make it.
They have in the player's handbook bagpipes, drums, dulcimer, flute, lute, lyre, horn, pan flute,
Horn would be good.
viola.
Viola.
What you mean,
Fiddle.
a violin or?
No, viola. Viola is a deeper sounding violin.
Actually, you know what? I think the others would be a horn and a harp would probably be the ones that I'd pick.
Wrong thing. Okay.
Yeah.
But would you agree that insight would probably be the most logical thing to try and use to teach somebody else?
You know what? Yeah, insight would probably be the best thing for you to roll, and perception would probably be the best thing for Valena to roll. That would work as the 2 rolls to make.
That's not a very good roll.
No.
Oh. I will say that by the end of about, say, an hour or so of trying to practice, Velena can hit a couple of notes just right, and then after that, she starts losing the song. She can get the first like second or two right of a song, and then it's like, oh, maybe
Which
next time.
is this on?
Flute.
Flute?
On a
Okay, I'm
flute.
gonna come up from downstairs and ask what is all the racket about?
Trying to teach her how to play the flute because she needs a hobby.
Well, I think I don't need to learn the flute after all. Maybe I need to learn something more simpler, like a harp.
Oh, we don't got any of those on the ship, so I can't really teach you that right now.
Back to the flute then.
You'll have to. Because you just see you're off in the back holding his ears.
I'm just like wincing.
By the end of the day, you've got a really shitty Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Going in your head, yeah.
It's more like doot doot doot.
It's like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star played by a 4-year-old on a kazoo.
I was gonna say Twinkle Twinkle Little Star metal cover or something. I don't know.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, how I wonder what you are.
This is several years too early.
I can just picture.
No,
Geralt.
I've literally heard that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is a death metal song.
I can believe it.
I can picture Geralt being the singer.
Twinkle!
Anyways, do we try again?
Oh god, I just closed the freaking browser by accident. What the hell? That was not what I clicked.
Okay. Alright.
God damn it. I was clicking on another tab for something and I ended up hitting the X by accident when I didn't mean to.
Sorry for that brief thing. My headphones cord and my power cord were all tangled.
Yeah. Alright.
Well, the perception is a lot better, so she can hopefully get enough if Cena can give her enough insight into...
I gotta reopen my character sheet.
Mm-hmm. If she can give her enough insight into trying to learn the flute.
I feel like this is a setup joke. Like, she plays bad, and then she plays playing well, and Geralt lets his guard down, takes his ears off, and then she starts playing bad all over again.
Yeah, then she suddenly hits a high note by accident. Where is it? Yeah.
Velena, you start to pick up on a few extra notes on your own. Everything Azina tries to teach you seems just muddled and confused now. I think maybe the music got to her head.
Hole goes in metal. Hole does not go through this hole.
Like this.
Bad.
The only reason I don't have a penalty on wisdom or on insight checks is because of my proficiency bonus, I think. Because wisdom's my worst stat. That's the only problem with doing insight with me.
Well, there's always next time. I'd say after 2 hours, you're all ready to give it a break. If nothing else, for the sake of other people's ears. Before the crew turns on you.
Can't see what I know how to play. Do I know how to play a flute?
Oh no! Did you add that as an instrument your character can play? Was that something they could actually pick up?
It doesn't have any tools listed.
You probably don't, like, unless you picked a background that would have given it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like something that would come with your class.
So, anything else you guys want to do, or should we move along? Because I do have something planned.
Just move along, I guess.
So, alright. I'm gonna say you guys started about here-ish. Just above the Ellen Luxor as the they started and the wind turned on you. And you're getting to this corner roughly late midday. Like the sun is starting to set in. everything seems mostly fine, but in the last like half hour or so, you do notice that there seems to be a lot more sand drifts coming through, further inland. Luckily so far, but it does seem to be getting a little bit closer. And
Okay.
like you're seeing like big like things of sand just kind of drifting through the trees and making quite a bit of a mess, but it's not like a full-blown sandstorm yet.
Where's Azina at this point?
Probably just lounging around.
You might want to use your spyglass to check port.
Okay. Get my spyglass out.
Just
Perception 14. Yeah, you see the big waves of sand coming from the southwest of you, heading northeast in your general direction, more or less. There are big things of sand moving, but they don't last very long yet. But they are starting to whip up a bit more often as you look over that direction.
I suggest that the crew take action to dock the boat along the northern shore because there could be a sandstorm coming.
Give me another perception check, Ozzy, and actually I'm going to give a couple other characters a perception check.
The same
Depending on what you get. I'll say that's actually good enough. Just as you're starting to head, I assume you're heading towards the Shem shore to park the boat?
Yeah, because it'd be really stupid to go to the Stygia shore.
As you're starting to head that direction, you actually get a call up from the Crow's Nest, from Sepetine, and one of the others is up there. Captain, there's a building over there. And he's pointing to the other side of the trees, and you do see, as you keep heading down river a little bit more, that the trees are starting to clear out a little bit.
Okay. So there's a building?
Yes, there's a building nearby, and actually as you start to come around the trees, you do see a small dock nearby as well.
Well, that's convenient. Also suspicious now. Because I think most of us are probably superstitious enough to go, is this a coincidence or is this something else?
Well, the sandstorm's coming from Stygia, and this is on the Shem side of things still, so...
Alright. Either way, we might as well head for that dock since it's the most logical choice.
Alright. So you slowly bring up the ship to the dock. You park it as close as you safely can. Probably a couple people go to... I would assume that you can actually probably park it pretty safely, actually. And I also...
We got an anchor that even if we can't really get a hold of the dock properly.
I did have it, right? I thought I had it. I double-checked. Yep, there it is. Boop. And let me zoom out and make it bigger. There we go.
That's a tiny building. So because our boat's bigger than the boat in the picture.
I do the best I can with what little I'm given.
Did you actually make this, Matt, or did you just find the image online?
No, I made the image. It was it's a 3D program I have on Steam. I forget what it's called.
Oh yeah.
But I've done a few things like this.
Oh, is it Flowscape?
Might have been. So yeah, the little dock there, just big enough for you to park the ship and not bump into anything. A house up there, and as you take a while, obviously, to dock and make sure everything's ready before you get off. By the time you're starting to get off, there is someone coming down from the building. They are all robed up, and they are wearing slightly protective stuff because as you're unloading, you see the sand getting closer and closer, and it's starting to whip around your general area now. Just ever so slightly.
I would like to roll a perception, Matt. Do those robes look like wizard robes?
Wizard robes. Okay, roll me a perception.
All right.
A lot of 14s.
Another 14. They're not wizard robes.
Do I
Most of this
recognize
does
any of
seem
them?
to be like normal, casual protective gear, but something seems a little bit odd still. But you can't put your finger on it.
Can I roll a perception check?
Sure.
Let's just see.
Nope.
And I break
No
the
better.
14 streak.
Ended the 14th streak, but yeah, nope. You're not picking up anything that Thelona isn't.
Since I see this person approaching, I just kind of wave my hand and say, "Hello there."
The robed figure walks up a little bit closer till they're about the end of the dock, and then waves back to you. Yes, hello. It's been some time since we had visitors. Seems others have been caught in the, and he points towards the coming sand again, the brewing storm. So, welcome. We already have some other travelers from the west visiting as well. And he points actually to a much smaller boat parked near the dock.
Does the boat have any flags or symbols on it that would identify it?
I will say there's probably at least a small flag on the top that's been left there just to mark it as what it is, and it does look to be one of the West Coast train companies.
Oh, okay.
The three of them are already inside. Come, we will help prepare dinner for you all. So many of you, too. I think some of you may have to rest in the living room tonight. And he starts heading back up towards the house.
I mean, anything's better than being out in the sandstorm, I guess.
Very true. Very dangerous, these storms. Not very often they come either, but often enough. And starts heading back up the hill into the house.
Before you mentioned there was a house, I thought we were going to basically just have to try to, like, use the ship as cover to behind from the
Just hide behind it from the sand, yeah.
All right, guess go to the house.
Yeah.
And once all the crew's done getting off the ship.
Captain, I've been in my share of Stygian sandstorms. If you prefer, I could stay here and keep an eye on the ship in case somebody tries to take it while we're away.
Well, what, you just stay below deck, I'm guessing?
Mostly, yes.
It's fine, Captain. She'll be happier away from me because in case I need to bring some friends out.
Well, I kind of look at Theobald and I go, I'm assuming you probably want to stay with her then, right?
He kind of looks at her and then kind of looks back to you all and is like, honestly, I'd rather stay with you lot to make sure nothing happens to you, but at the same time, I do feel that I should probably stay with her as well.
Yeah.
She might also need looking after if anything does happen out here. Any bandits come by. You sure about that?
I'll be fine.
He kind of raises an eyebrow for a moment. All right, I'll look after the others then.
All right. I guess the rest of us all are gonna go to the house then.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll go with you guys.
It doesn't take too much longer, like maybe a half hour before the sand does start to reach regularly towards the area, and then another half hour after that, it does become full-blown sandstorm. For those,
I would have spent that time securing the ship.
Yeah, so you've been tightening up everything, making sure everything's secure, and then basically bunking down somewhere in the ship for...
Making sure any kind of portholes or anything in the ship are closed or clogged.
It is also worth noting, Alona's not the only person in the ship. The water elemental's in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just guarding a room, wasn't he?
He's guarding that statue that Valerius had.
Unfortunately, Thelona can't really control the elemental, can she?
Nope.
Which is probably a good thing because, like, it's just going to stay guard over the statue and nothing else.
Yeah,
So,
at
Yeah,
least
I
nothing
know.
else can touch that statue without making a massive racket.
I know. It was just the mental thought of, well, it's just you and me, big guy. Do you know how to play cards?
Do you know how to play cards? Do you know chess? Would you like to play some checkers? How
I could
about
see
knitting?
I was gonna say
I can see it pull out a deck of cards out of its body and then a checkerboard and
I,
then a chessboard, and it's like,
I
ooh.
I had a thought though. Did we leave Velena's wolf on the ship?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Because that might not be something that other people will be comfortable around in the house.
Most
Right.
likely left it behind. Made sure its food and water was prepared before leaving it in probably
Okay.
in her bedroom.
Now I'm just mental imaging you guys getting back to the ship, and they're there in front of the door. Is the Lona, the wolf, and the water elemental all playing poker.
yeah.
What's worse is the Lona's been losing.
No, I got one better. You see, Flora was fully clothed when she came out. She's now wearing more loose clothing, and the wolf and the water elemental are wearing them.
Okay.
Anywho, so yeah, you basically take care of all the little ship things and basically set up a place for yourself probably back in your room for the evening as things continue to progress. Meanwhile, inside of the house, the massive crew does fill in the very tiny living room. It's decently spacious, but it is packed to the gills now, especially with your
Yeah.
extra crew.
Yeah,
And
because aside from the party members, there's like 20 other people.
the hearth has definitely been the hearth, if you will, the area where they've been cooking there has been going for a while. There was already 3 people here, and they all invite you to come over and start joining on the food, and then more of you flooded in, and they're just like, whoa, okay.
I kind of look at Trent and kind of like motion him, and I go, "Do you need any help with the food?" He's a cook.
I guess that would be aimed at your host.
Yeah.
He does look up from the food that was cooking, and does kind of look at you for the both of you for a moment, and then goes, "Ah, yes, we could use some help. Come over here." And starts motioning to some things that Trent can work with. There's several things worth of obvious chicken that he can work with. There's some beef as well. There's some vegetables, etc. All of it seems perfectly fine, and as I'm actually going to have Trent have a look at everything as he's also going through it, because he's also your host has not like dropped the protective gear for outside, and it's also weirding him out a little bit, so he's double checking also what he's working with. So actually, there's that. I'm wondering if there's anything else I could use. I was thinking there was something else that he might be able to use to look. Nah, let's go with that. Back to the old spree of 11s, yeah. So far, he still feels odd about the guy, but so far he's seen nothing that worries him. He's seen no poisons, he's seen no drugs, he's not seen, outside of the fact that the man is oddly dressed, there's nothing weird outside of the host, as he's helping direct him through the continuation of the cooking of the meal. And after say about the hour or so that I mentioned earlier, the meal is finally prepared for more people, and the crew starts to finally eat. Meanwhile, as you're hearing the wind and the sand howling outside, So actually, as everyone's eating, and I assume that the main crew gets to probably eat first. As you're getting done eating, Xena, the host comes up to you and kind of beckons you quietly. If I may, I will show you the room where some of you may stay.
All right. I guess I follow him.
All right. Get up and follow him. He walks past the first door. The first 3 guests will be staying there this evening, and goes to a second door. It's a small hallway, but there's at least 3 doors in it. It may be a not a very wide building, but is a very long building.
Right.
And at the second door, he points and goes, "At least, say, 6 or 8 of you may be able to fit in here tonight.
All right.
The rest we will try to accommodate in the living room as best we can."
Yeah, I say, this is a pretty big building. This isn't just like a regular house, is it? Did this used to be like an inn or something?
This has been a small hub, if you will, for people who get caught in storms. My family has technically been running this building for many years now. I am the 4th generation, and we've had good trade, and in return we've been able to make the house bigger. Hopefully it'll continue to do so. It's just that every once in a while those storms kick in. Very strange too. The wind seems to change in an almost complete opposite direction than it normally goes. Seems to catch a few people off guard and makes others worried about staying outside, so we house many traders here and do trade with them and get some goods so we don't have to always venture off to the further out cities. It's saved us money and it's allowed us to make some coin out of people who wish us well in our continued trading and endeavors, and again has grown our home into a much larger size. There's not very many of us family members alive at the moment. Hopefully we'll be growing in number though soon.
Is Velena there with Azina?
No, it was just Azina that left. If you were
Okay.
going to follow, you should have said so.
So the traders are there.
Yeah, 3 of them.
They're traders, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure. Okay.
Yeah. They seem to be they seem to be dressed like, how to put it, like medieval Italian-ish, like a little more simplified, but they definitely are more Italian-looking people, and they are definitely from the West Coast, and they seem friendly enough, and they've been sharing stories about some of the other weird things they've witnessed too, and also warning you to stay away from that freaking city at the end of the river.
Yeah. So after Azina's done talking with the man, can I check to see what wares they brought with them?
What?
Check to see what they're selling, basically.
What the traders are selling then?
Yeah.
Sure, you can check on that in a little bit. Were you done, Ozzy?
Yeah, I don't think I really have anything else to ask.
I will say that near the end of your conversation with him, you do hear a couple of noises from the third door. Sorry, my father is ill. It seems he has awoken. I will tend to him now. And he did actually bring a small tray of food with him, and nods to you. Good evening for now, and heads off towards the third room.
All right, I'll go back to the crew.
All right. So you were curious about what the traders have. There's not too much they have there right now. They do have a number of spices, and trading spices around to different regions is definitely big money trade, but it's not necessarily something you're looking into, I would assume.
Right. I was just seeing if they have any items like clothes or maybe a musical instrument. Like a viola, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not sure about clothes. Musical instrument might be something more up their alley. Let me do a dice roller. And see what it thinks. Why do I always keep finding this one lately? This one. I think this is the easier one. There we go. Roll. Jesus, okay, it rolled high. That was like a 17 out of 20. So what in particular were you looking for?
Maybe like a viola or something like a string instrument.
Is there a list of instruments in the book?
Yes, in the player's handbook under tools.
Under tools, so it shouldn't be too far from where I have it normally bookmarked.
Yeah, it's going to be in the list of items, tools. It's going to say musical instruments and list them.
So musical instruments, okay. Oh,
It's
nice.
underneath.
They list 10 of them. I'm going to roll a d10 and see what they got. I'll do a d10 twice, just to be fair.
Okay.
A 4 and a 5. So, oop, wrong thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have a flute and a lute. So actually, if you're looking for a string instrument, it would be lute.
I'll take the loot.
35 gold.
I'll pay it.
Okie dokie.
Elena's got a new hobby. Much to the captain's dismay.
Well, that depends on
Because I
how well
can't-
you roll on playing it.
Well, I can't even try to teach her how to play it. I don't know how to play a lute.
Alright, so you said
I
35
side-eye the bard, the only bard I've ever known not to play a lute. Okay.
Keep in mind that Asina, like actual character, like her class, she's a bard, but character-wise, she's not really. She's just a pirate that knows how to play some instruments.
And here's weird magic tricks. Explain that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So you picked up a lute.
Alright.
Don't know how well you're gonna do with it, but you got it.
Alright.
Is that gonna be hit then?
Yeah, that's gonna be it. She's paid the 35 gold and she's got a loot.
So, all right. Let's say a couple more hours pass. This the sandstorm goes into a full-on sandstorm. Not overly strong, so it's not like constantly tossing the boats outside, but it is causing them to rock a little bit, and the wind is howling and scraping at the southern wall of the building, but it doesn't seem to be doing any notable damage. So you're all safe inside one way or another, and currently protected from anything going on weather-wise.
Speaking of loot, Thelona basically takes some of the spare wood, a spare porthole, some canvas, and basically strings herself a very, very, very basic lute.
Okay.
And starts playing it probably terribly.
Oh no.
Just to drown out the sound of the howling wind.
Oh no, you're gonna be rubber band manning it. I don't know.
You should make a performance roll.
Yeah, make a performance check and see how well you're doing. If nothing else, it's at least drowning out the sound.
Natural.
You're not sure, but you might have just made the rubber band instrument, and it's actually doing quite well. This could be a new form of music eventually, if it catches on.
Just picturing the wolf singing along.
Yeah, so am I, actually. My mental image is Thelona kicking back in a chair, her feet propped up on one of the barrels, playing this thing to the tune of Whale of a Tale from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, while the wolf sings along next to her.
Oh my gosh, it can be what's his name? The father of Michael Douglas, Kirk Douglas. Let's see.
So Thelona has made her own new instrument out of makeshift extra parts.
Mm-hmm. Probably won't last long, but she's just using something to pass the time in the sandstorm. Where she's, sealed in the ship. She is keeping her ears peeled for the sound of a thump on the upper deck.
I assume the rest of you are just basically eating and maybe picking out places to rest.
Yeah.
I believe, yeah, all of you should be able to fit into the bedroom you were selected for, and probably even fit a few extras.
Okay. I have an interesting idea.
Yes.
I'll reveal what I'm going to use it for later, but can I get a fragment of stone, wood, or any other building material?
I'm gonna say that shouldn't be too hard. I'm going to roll for it though. Jesus, and rolls a 19. Yeah, you find it.
Okay.
You find a bit of stone that's just kind of loose on the floor there, and it's like, oh, this didn't really actually get made into part of the floor. Well, at least it doesn't seem to have left a big hole. So
Has the sandstorm hit already?
yes, it's been howling at the wall for like over an hour now.
Okay, just making sure. And she's going to tuck that away in case of emergency because she has a crazy plan, which is more insane than the undead, if you can believe it.
I will wait to see on that, but okay.
Oh, trust me, it will. Let's see. What can she do? Oh. So this is a resting period, right?
I guess you could be using it as a resting period if you wanted to.
Can I prepare a spell? Called invisibility.
Can I talk about something real quick though, since we're deciding where everybody's staying?
Sure.
You said how many people can fit in the room?
Actually, let me double check. Because I actually did have a size in my mind when I made it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, about 7 people can fit in.
So one extra person. I'm gonna say we'll bring the navigator because I want him to make sure he's getting a good rest because he needs to help navigate the ship.
Okay.
But I kind of pull Roger, Tarthun, and Sabotai off to the side.
Okay.
Talk with them for a minute. I go, I don't really see anything out of the ordinary, but still, we don't really know these people. So just keep an eye out, and if something happens, come and get me.
They kind of quietly nod in agreement. Basically, yeah, they've probably already been kind of. Everyone seems a little on edge about the guy, but he seems to be friendly enough so far, so they're not like obviously going to jump and just start shouting the cues, but they obviously there's something a little bit up, and they are keeping their eyes peeled. Is basically the challenge you're getting.
Yeah, and just those 3 in particular seem to be like the most level-headed out of the non-party member characters. So
you get basically 2 nods and a very quiet "Aye, Captain."
All right. Well, then I'll go off with the others to our room.
All right. So yeah, everyone just starts trying to sell into the best they can make for rooms for the evening. To which I'm going to do this really quick since you've seen some of this now. Yes, I have something prepared.
Be prepared.
Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay, so we can... at least show some of this. And I guess the best question now would be, and I'll probably have to meet you guys in here to start doing it, is where do you want to sleep in the room? So,
You ain't got a map of the room.
boop. And actually, I'm gonna have to copy the character icons out here and drag them in.
I'm guessing where the fireplace thing is like the
This is
living
where
room.
basically the main bedroom is, yeah.
While you're sitting up, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break.
Sure. Break if you need to. Gonna take a few moments.
Smoke them if you got them.
Mm-hmm.
Thud.
Look at it, they're all huge.
Oh, as big as a house. And a couple of them, I think, copied outside of the area. Yep. Zoop.
Flona ain't with us.
Yep. Well, she was part of the group that I selected of icons, so
Yeah.
I can't.
Sorry to bust your plans there, Matt.
Object and tokens.
It just occurred to me that the guy might be working with a group of pirates to, rob ships in mid-storm.
Actually, my suspicions are much more nefarious.
I don't think a single one of you have a clue as to what I have planned, actually.
I can take a guess.
You can take a guess, but I almost guarantee none of one of you is ready for what I've got planned. There we go.
All I figure is you guys are going to wind up in life-threatening combat, and I'm just sitting out there
Sitting out of the
playing
boat. Doom, 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 doom.
Dong da da dong 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 dong. Yeah.
Doom, 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 doom. I'm gonna pick a corner. It's safe. Actually, I think you could probably fit some more people in here depending on how tall they are.
I'm back. Okay. And this room is the one where his sick dad is, right?
Yes. That's the room where you heard the sick father from, and the traders should be in here for the evening.
Right.
And I happen to notice, actually, thinking about how tall people actually are, there's a possibility you might have been able to squeeze a couple more in here. There's very little furniture in here, but there is bedding for people when they do stay to rest.
You got a token for Conrad?
Do I?
He's the one. He's the one that I said would be extra in the room.
How many people did you say could fit in that room?
7, I think.
At least 7, yeah.
Like, there's more spaces than that, but also realistically, not a character.
Not everyone's just 5 foot, yeah.
Yeah, and when you're laying down, you're more like 5 by 10.
And you don't want to be scrunched up right next to each other either.
Mm-hmm. So actually, they'd probably be down here somewhere.
I think
Yeah.
Azina's like exactly 6 foot because I actually made her the same height as me.
There he is. His icon is just crew.
Yeah, him and the carpenter just had that generic bald guy icon.
So all the rest of you can pick spots in the room.
I'm gonna hide out in the corner too. Boop.
I'm choosing not to get next to Garroth because I know what Velena's probably going to want to do.
Snow. Or the spooning. I think Zeref's off in La La Land at the moment.
No. Yeah, so there we go.
Actually,
She should probably move your token next to Garroth.
Anyways, yeah, Valina is gonna. He's gonna be all snoo, and she's gonna. Not right now. I'm preparing spells, honey.
he just kind of looks dumbfounded for a moment, then shrugs and rolls over.
So I have a thought though. If I press my ear up against the wall, can I hear anything from the other room?
Give me a perception check. Oh, wow. As you listen in, it's oddly quiet in there. Especially for a room that's supposed to have 2 people in it. But it seems like nothing's going on, at least not at the moment.
Alright. So, how long does it take to prepare a spell? A whole day, or?
I think it takes the whole night's rest, so like 8 hours.
What about arcane recovery? Can that speed it up or no?
You probably know those rules better than we do.
Yeah, you're talking about stuff that Bree might not have the rules for. Because you'd like to dip into side books. I only have the main handbook.
You can, well, it is in the main handbook. It's under Wizard, Arcane Recovery. Spell slots, recover spell slots. It's basically a speed up process to a short rest, to a long rest, but you can only use it once a day, so.
That doesn't tell us much.
Well, usually it gives you spell slots. I'm just wondering, can you prepare spells with it?
Arcane Recovery, page 115.
What the fuck? Oh no, where did my PDFs go?
Oh no.
Did I copy over? Fuck. And I know I already deleted everything off of that USB drive, so if it was still on there, it's not now. Damn it.
Shit.
I mean, I still got a player's handbook PDF that I had already downloaded, but that's still annoying.
Short rest you can choose to extend. So slots can have less than half. It is the length of a short rest, which means at least an hour.
Yeah.
I believe is short rest. And
Actually, looking directly at what it says for preparing and casting spells, it says you can change your list of prepared spells when you finish a long rest. So you have to take a long rest.
So it has to be a long rest.
Yeah,
Arcane Recovery. The Arcane Recovery is only good for getting spell slots back. It's not good for switching spells.
All right, Valena then is actually Valena's gonna lie down, hold close the little fragment she found to her chest.
Okay.
And that little like building fragment she found.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna fake like she's falling asleep.
Fake like she's falling asleep.
Yeah, like a deception, basically.
and then accidentally fall asleep for real.
Okay, I'm still trying to figure out what the plan is here.
She's gonna be eyeing the door while she's pretending to fall asleep.
So basically, she's just laying there in a panic for no reason.
Well, no, she's got something prepared, but she's just not going to use it unless something. Oh,
I'm still very confused as to what your motives are, but okay, fine, be vague about them. If that's what you want.
Oh wait, that's not going to work. Let's try something else. Let's see. What do.
Anyways, I assume everyone else goes to rest. Yes.
Okay, I would like to prepare just in case. Dimension door.
Dimension door.
You don't already have that prepared?
It's already prepared. It's just
well, you're talking about preparing for the next morning, which means you still need to take your long rest.
No. I mean holding an action to use Dimension Door in case something.
How you can't just hold action while you're faking sleeping.
Yeah, you can't do that while trying to also sleep. You're literally wasting spell slots actually doing that, by the way. Holding on to a spell and waiting.
And she's just faking sleeping.
Okay. Yeah, you can't just like have something instantly prepared to shoot out the second something happens without literally wasting a spell slot every like other minute.
Okay, then so do I roll deception or
what, that you're
fake sleeping?
Sure.
Alright.
I'm still baffled by all of this. You're able to at least fake it to Geralt and a couple others. Azina might buy it, but I'm pretty sure that Giselle does not. It's hard to say sometimes, though, of her. She's very quiet.
You know what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do, since I might have realized Elena's being like paranoid, as I actually take my crowbar out of my pack, and I put it like right near the door, so that if somebody opens the door, it'll drag the crowbar across the ground, making noise.
Okay. So basically, if someone tries to push the door in, it'll pop open and make a loud noise that will wake everybody, essentially.
Basically, yes.
All right. So everyone goes to sleep then? And that includes out in the ship? Eventually?
Yeah, well...
They probably have a lookout, right?
Oh, the crew probably has like a person like doing a little bit of a lookout, like watching the hallway and watching over the others in the living room. Essentially, there's not much you can look out at when you're looking out at a sandstorm. Oh, look, there's a lot of sand in my eyes. Ah!
Hey guys, I was like, ah!
Sand blast.
I'd hit the long rest button, but it'd be kind of redundant.
Yeah, nothing's really happened yet today. So everyone's resting. Or actually, matter of fact, I want to test this. Because Valenia, you do see the noise safety added to the door, and you are basically laying there in a resting position, even though you're faking resting.
Yeah.
Eventually, being tired might actually make you just fall asleep. Ever make a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, I was about to say, what do you do for a throw on this? Might be Constitution.
Constitution saving throw?
Yep.
Yeah,
let's go for Constitution.
To try and not actually fall asleep.
Let me see here.
Oh, she has a pretty good Constitution.
Not as good as her other stats, but
yeah,
she does have a small bonus to it.
Oh shit!
Oh wait, I did the wrong thingy.
I don't know why you decided to check.
You're not faking sleeping, are you?
Oh yeah, no, never mind.
Jesus, a 21. Yeah, you just stay awake the entire time right now.
She's
You
like
could,
staring into the darkness.
Valena, you could stay awake the entire time if you want to, but you literally slowly, achingly feel the first hour tick away. The second hour tick away. You hear occasional faraway sounds, but it sounds like normal sounds of like the watch of the crew moving around and maybe a couple of the guys switching off. Third hour ticks away. You're maybe about midnightish now. Are you still awake?
Very much so. And just like,
Oh, lordy. 1 o'clock rolls in.
if only there were some dead bodies to get some scouts or something.
2 o'clock rolls in.
Well, that'll go over well with strangers having undead guarding our door.
Yeah, I could just see him pass by going, "Oh, I've seen worse."
3 o'clock rolls in. Still awake?
Yep.
Alright, at this point is when something unexpected happens. Everybody give me perception checks.
Okay.
Everybody in the building?
Everybody in the building, yep.
Alright. Do I get advantage?
No.
Okay. Dang.
You're still trying to hear it as well as anyone else. Just because they're asleep doesn't mean they get disadvantage. Just means that you probably can get up faster than the others, just slightly.
Okay.
I need to... get Garoff and Giselle and Theobald open for the first time tonight.
You get Conrad.
I suppose he is right there now. He got dragged into this. Hey Randy, would you like to play Conrad today?
I'm fine.
I don't need to roll. That's what he said, basically.
So, okay. I need to... Let's see, the perception roll so far... Valena is oddly enough the one that was hardest to hear it. So far.
Probably because she's made herself so tired from not going to sleep.
Most likely. And Garoff is in edit mode. There, turn that off. Oh!
You did a disadvantage roll.
Oh. That's why. Actually...
Although it would have been a 4 anyhow.
Um...
Or wait, 4 plus...
Yeah, I'm not sure what the... oh, no, it would have been a 6. A 6 plus...
plus 4, so it would have been 10.
So, yeah, he would have just barely heard it enough to get rousted out of his sleep, too. I'm gonna say that was loud enough. Okay, double checking now, because now apparently Giselle is so far out of it that you actually need to wake her up as you're getting up.
Oh, I'm amazed. The thief does not have a perception bonus.
Mwah, mwah.
That was a
Theobald
natural
wakes up with a
2.
start. And finally... you immediately see Conrad tuck himself into a corner.
Conrad reacted more than Giselle did.
I don't want. I don't want to study my tablets at school, Mommy. I just want to go and lie in bed.
So actually what you hear, everyone except for Giselle hears, is a earth-shattering, blood-curdling scream. Conrad basically pulls the covers over his head and starts shaking in his bedding. The rest of you obviously start bolting up to your feet. It would seem that the scream came from the room south of you.
I've got my
The merchants.
whip in hand.
The merchants.
I shake Giselle to wake her up.
What's going on? And she kind of
Sure.
starts noticing that the rest of the room, except for Conrad, is getting up and quickly, basically getting to the door as much as they can.
There's a scream from the room south of here.
Oh, bloody heck. And kind of reaches over, grabs her belt, and very quickly gets it on as she starts getting up.
I get up.
Velena, I will say that you're barely beaten out of the door by Theobald, who was oddly enough resting his armor, but
He was
got
right
in
by the
shady
door.
places. And Theobald's the first one out the door. As he gets down to here, what you do hear from further south is that the watch actually didn't see anything, but he was away from the door for a few moments, so he wasn't watching the hall.
Oh, you mean whoever was on watch from the crew?
Yeah, did not see anything, but was away for a few moments, so someone or something might have slipped in.
The door is the door closed?
The door is closed, but you can see it's slightly unlatched, so it's not closed tight.
Is Garroth gonna?
I was also waiting for Velena to get in ahead of you because she wasn't actually asleep, but so
I'm gonna kind of motion for Garroth to go first through the door.
oh.
Open the door and see what's going on.
So
She's the
basically,
tank.
you want him to kick in the door and go running in?
Okay, kick it. Yeah.
He kind of slips past the rest of you as you let him through, quietly nods, and gives the door a quick boot and walks in. I don't have icons. Actually, let me see if I can find an icon really quick. Oh. See if I can find anything really quick. Nope. Oh. I'm gonna assume not because this search is taking forever. Oh. Nope, it doesn't turn up anything I can actually use right now. So we're just going to pretend that there's a couple other people in this room. But looming over one of them...
Are you gonna uncover the room or just gonna?
Yep,
Oh, okay,
just
never
a second. Reveal areas. Looming over one of them, however, is a pale figure with white hair and robes, and as it looks up to look at the barbarian that just kicked in the door and rushed into the room, it turns, and with yellow glowing eyes, it lets out a long hiss with big fangs and its otherwise normally human mouth.
Oh, joy, vampire.
Yeah, that thought had crossed my mind. But I'm not there.
I'm gonna rush in immediately after him to provide support.
I believe. I guess he kind of used up his turn just booting in the door, I suppose. And actually, yeah, any free last-minute movements any of you guys want to do before we start combat here? I'll
I've got
allow
my
a little
whip.
bit of movement.
A little bit of movement.
Time.
I just imagine, it just keeps cutting back to the boat, and the dog, the wolf and barbarian musical keys just keeps going during this horrible battle scene with a vampire, and then just brief cuts back to the freaking.
I like to think Flona made a makeshift rocking chair of some loose timber and just sitting on there with a makeshift lute going.
Well, like I said, it's just she has a chair in the galley, and she's propped her feet up on a barrel.
Just a quick question: are the merchants all dead?
It seems like it only got one of the merchants. The other two seem to be cowering in the corner together. The woman of the group is one that let out the scream, obviously.
Okay.
I can't cast anything, right? Not without doing
No, but
initiative.
you can move up.
You can move.
closer.
Like
Okay.
we're not allowing combat yet because we will have to roll to start combat. But I'm allowing people to move a little bit closer if that's what they want to do before combat starts.
Alright. I will move up just a little bit here so I
Alright.
can get a good protection radius.
I'll say
good.
Theobald was
those-
probably close enough to squeeze in, and I'm going to say Lona was at least close enough to. Giselle was close enough to get right here so she can start taking pot shots.
Alright, does Crusader's Mantle go through walls and stuff, or?
I believe it does not break them unless you need a line of sight. If it says you need line of sight, then yes, it does.
Okay.
Otherwise, if it's just the area radius, it should get everybody.
Let me check.
Its components are VSM.
That doesn't count for a line of sight. You know, it would actually say in the spell that you need line of sight.
Alright.
You have to look at the spell details.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now myself.
Actually,
There's your radius and friendly features. Yeah, it doesn't say that anything that physical objects can break it. You just have to be within the radius.
So yeah, it's just a plain simple radius spell, no line of sight.
I'm looking at it right now. Its verbal component. Its component is verbal, so in other words, you just have to speak. Be able to
That's
speak
not
to use
the
it.
question being asked.
Well, my point is like it would say a letter to if it has to be seen or something.
Yeah. Alright, so V is for verbal. What do S and M mean again?
I think S is sight,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one's for motion. Like you have to wave your hands or something.
Oh,
You have to have
okay.
a free hand or something,
Alright.
or material maybe.
Does that mean that she needs line of sight? If it has an S on it?
I think so. I'm not sure. I can double check.
Let's talk about components. So just what
Yeah,
was it?
no. If it says VSM is verbal somatic material.
Okay. gonna say.
If you have an implement, you can bypass material, but you still need to say words and make gestures.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically it's telling you that you can use materials, but to get around that, you need to be able to at least talk and use hand gestures in order to cast it.
So if you've been silenced, you cannot cast any verbal spells.
Mm-hmm.
If you have
Okay.
stuff in your hands, you can't do any material spells unless it's an integral part of the spell. Usually for clerics, a holy symbol is an integral part of the spell, so
Mm-hmm.
holding that doesn't count against you.
Okay.
And I'm mentioning the silence thing. It's like I only have one single spell that I could use if I was silenced. Minor illusion.
All right, so with this all done, I assume we're ready?
Yeah.
Yep. Roll for initiative.
It is initiative time.
All right.
Initiate initiative.
Wow. Thank you, +4, for giving me the worst fucking initiative roll.
I should have something. I believe I prepared for it.
Can I just say I'm really glad you made this remix?
Oh, this one?
Yes. This is like one of the coolest songs you've used in D&D that you made yourself.
Technically, it's a Commodore 64 game, but yeah.
I know, but it's a remix.
Yeah, that's just why I love Commodore 64 music. Period, is because there's actually a lot of really good stuff out there if you remix it right. What was I looking for? Oh yeah. Yes, the hidden vampire card. Vampire has stats. Vampires are tough little mothers.
Yes, they are. Honestly, like
I was actually looking at their stats and went, "Oh, this is actually kind of brutal."
Yeah, 5e vampires are more like what would have been vampire lords in earlier editions. Well, like the vampire.
Did they actually make
spawn
vampire lords then? Because they can only get tougher.
Well, vampire spawn are more like what regular vampires would have been in the earlier editions.
And yeah, that's what tipped me off is the fact that the innkeeper was a little too Renfield for me.
Thing is, isn't this vampire a woman and the innkeeper was a guy?
No, this seems to be a guy.
Okay, never mind.
It still seems to be a male figure. It's just completely pale, white, long hair. And now is looking at the three of you, hissing in anger as its eyes glow with this brilliant golden or yellow.
This would have been the father, I'm assuming. The father that was not well.
Okay.
Air quotes.
So actually, oh, that's right. I was double checking his stats because I need to figure out what his speed was. His
I now have to turn the music down because I can't hear any of you over it.
Oh.
Well, this music is a lot louder than the...
Yeah, that was the thing. The other stuff was very soft and suddenly...
kicked in. And then it goes into its mellow point, so... it's hard to get a perfect beat on this one. Right. Dex is a bonus to its rolls, so a +4.
So how are you guys going to deal with a vampire?
Oh boy, here we go.
Well, it's a good thing I'm a priest. Who's got some water? I can make it holy.
I'm just wondering how Matt's gonna deal with the life drain or the life drain ability.
That one's
because that's one thing. That's one reason. That's one reason I don't usually throw a lot of undead at people. Is I don't want to deal with like the drain abilities.
Are they permanent?
No,
it's like long rests can get rid of it. Basically.
But it's like keeping track of your max health being decreased.
Yeah, it might have to boil down to the player by player basis if it really has to. I don't even have like a paper to write notes on, to be honest. At least not at the moment.
Might have
happened to my notebook?
Might have to just say any damage inflicted by the vampire can't be healed during the battle.
But that kind of goes against the vampire's whole rulings, though. But anyways. Yeah, that would still make for a weird, awkward mess. I'm not sure I would care for that, because then they would go against why have a cleric in the room, because he could at least heal people. And they might actually need healing in this one because, again, from what I've seen, these things look like tough little SOBs.
I think you had similar issues with those mosquito demon things.
Yeah, I was worried they were going to be too strong, but now I'm like, you all handled them so hard. Yeah, I'm just going to throw vampires at you now. I don't think Turn Undead would really work on a vampire, would it?
Not at this. Not.
Yeah, he'd have to be at a much higher level. So I think he's just going to go versatile and smack it with the big long sword.
I thought you'd want to go for spiritual weapon.
Actually, that's not a bad idea either.
Yeah, because it's worth noting that nothing that's not magical can hurt this thing.
Yeah, but even his sword is technically magical,
Yeah,
and I
Oliver
think
Wa-
actually his sword might have a better chance at hitting this thing, especially if he goes versatile.
I could just picture Thelona though suddenly waking up, going, "Vampire!" and running to the building.
No,
And the battles-
like I said, this just keeps cutting back to the Wolf and Barbarian music show. Felona by this point has pulled out one of the big ass barrels of ale that she brought on board, and she's poured herself a big mug for the bowl for the wolf.
And let's double check to hit. Armor class. Ooh, made it over by a couple. Okay, and 11 slashing damage.
Also worth noting, isn't Spiritual Weapon a bonus ability or bonus action? He could use that as well.
It is.
Oh, that's right. Actually, he could. Now that you mention it, dang. Alright, so
Yeah,
yeah,
but
bonus
then his
action. Bonus action will bring that up.
The spiritual weapon will take a space around the monster, though. It does have a.
Well, technically,
but-
it does start up though. Technically, it start free floating in the air anywhere he wants it.
Yeah.
Is
The
basically.
thing is, only 3 of us really need to get to within melee range of the thing, anyhow.
Okay.
Spiritual weapon. Actually, let's take a level 3 slot for that. Or does that actually affect it? I can't remember.
Not by much.
I don't want to draw out of 4. We'll just draw 3 and.
In
spiritual weapon.
retrospect, it's a good thing I didn't play Conrad.
Oh.
He
Good
would be
eye.
snacky cakes. You get the vampire down to a quarter life. You just take Conrad and use him as a feast. Suddenly, you guys are dealing with a full-up vampire again, and you're out 1 navigator.
Trying to see here. I don't think it does any extra damage for being a holy weapon, but it does do at least 6 damage to hit his AC. And I'll very quickly sword. You know, the free assets thing is really useless. I'm gonna have to start making my own things now. We're just gonna say that the holy weapon is above Theobald's head and slice down at the vampire, getting it for not much, but does take a little bit more damage as it clips its shoulder and lets out a hiss of anger. And it's Giselle's turn.
Yeah, when I tried DMing, I didn't like any of the free assets, like, at all.
See, there's some free assets that were working and they were decent once in a while when I would look, but right now they've updated things and I can't even look for free assets. It's like giving me jack and squat. I'm now annoyed. Alright. Hyborian bow shot. Wow,
That's a
everyone's
short
rolling
sword.
18 to hit him.
That's a short sword.
Wait. God damn it. I keep doing that too, I think. I'm not. Short sword. There. Oh, now there's a miss. Ting! You just see that very quickly grab the arrow as it almost hits him. He lets out another little growl and just kind of throws the arrow away. So updating. Valerius.
Alright, I'm going to move up. And I know what I want to use. I don't know if I should use it, though, because it might crispify everyone.
What?
That.
I think that might be a line of sight thing. Not to mention it's range 60. 40-foot high
this
cylinder.
Would be within range, yeah.
Yeah, that would
And
hit. That would toast everyone in the room. You can't use that.
I
Like, that would
use it
literally-
as a
that would
vampire,
literally
though,
just-
maybe.
That would literally just purge the room with a freaking holy energy.
Would it harm everybody
Yeah,
else, or would it
it's
harm friendly
creatures.
targets?
It's
It's
creatures.
each creature. It would be everybody in there.
It's basically a holy fireball.
The thing is though, I think that'd be double damage to the vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why you really should just use Crusader's Mantle. Or did you do that already? No, you didn't
Not
do
yet.
that because you weren't allowed to.
She's saying that she wants to use this, but she hasn't used anything yet.
Yeah, but Crusader's Mantle, the radiant damage we would all get would be doing double damage against the vampire.
Okay.
So technically,
I
you would
won't-
be doing damage to the vampire, even if you're not directly doing it yourself.
Yeah. Alright, well, I will cast Crusader's Mantle then. Alright, so let's see here.
Yeah, you have to do the little radius thing.
I actually have to, like, move.
Remember where the
turn order
radius
here.
thing is.
Yeah, no, I know where it is, I can't get to it.
Hmm?
I can't get to it because the turn order is in the way.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you can move the turn order yourself.
I did.
In fact, I'm gonna move it actually, because I'm gonna put it over to the right of the battlefield so it's not sitting
Now
over
the
top of all
floor
that.
is covered in pee. There
I
you
don't
go.
see anything.
I see it. It's all yellow. You can't really tell unless you like scroll like way down or way up.
No, I think it's not set to be visible by everybody else.
Oh, I see
It's
it.
supposed to be. Yeah, Seraph can see it. I don't know why you're not.
I
It's
can't
because,
see it either.
Well, it's because it's all the squares are originally white. Now they're kind of yellowish white.
Oh,
Maybe I'll change
okay.
the tint color.
Yeah.
Yeah, try
There
changing
you
it to
go.
like a blue. There you
A
go.
teal blue.
Yeah, it's not showing up for me. I'm gonna refresh real quick.
Are you seeing it, Randy?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm refreshing.
Why
Oh.
is it not showing for
Well,
everyone?
that means you're gonna have to stop and restart the music for me. Probably because Roll20 was acting. Actually, no, it's still not showing. I don't know.
Is there? Where do you see? Where do you turn on the aura thing? And how do you make people see it? Oh. Play permission C. Play permission C. Say settings.
Oh, there it is.
There now, I see
Now I
it.
see it.
There we go.
Oh, that's actually a kind of cool color for that.
Yeah, we're just saying the mood. It's a little blue.
Oh, could you
Dapu-dee.
could you restart the music because I can't hear
I
anything
feel
now because I
sure.
refreshed.
Oh, so blue.
All right. So you're giving everyone the radiant damage. That's a very faint. Yep. Okay. The vampire.
That also means that also means even if you didn't have a magic weapon, you'd at least do radiant damage if you hit.
Something to hit him with. Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's a horrifying thought.
What?
We
Fighting
left the
undead
clip.
without magic weapons and just using Crusader's Mantle to be able to do the damage.
No, leaving the cleric all by himself to fight the vampire and having explained to Tholo how her boyfriend died.
He does have the highest AC out of all of us. Doesn't he got 20 armor class?
Something crazy like that. I'm not looking at it right now. I'm looking over what I can do with the vampire here.
Oh no.
First of all, he has regeneration, but he doesn't need that right now.
No, he will.
No, he automatically regenerates every turn, doesn't he?
Yup.
And he did get hit, or did...
Oh wait,
Wait.
oh that's right. You're right. He did get hit, so he gets 20 hit points back.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like all the damage that was done to him's gone.
Wait, how much
Yeah.
damage was done to him? Because
17, or no, 18, no, 17. 17. Because 11 plus 6 would have been 17, so he healed up all the damage that was done already.
I'll check. What was his hit points again? Yep. Okay. Yeah, he took 11 damage, so yeah, he gets all his hit points back. Yeah, as you just watch all the wounds that opened up on him just suddenly seal up as he gives an angry growl at Theobald in particular.
Yeah, Theobald's the person that's hit him twice.
Cursed. clerics. Reaches out.
Maybe we should get her out of the room and let her use Dawn. You know?
Toast the room.
Vampire weaknesses, nothing that would stop him right now is going on, so good luck on that. Multi-attacks, vampire form only. You can make 2 attacks only, one of which can be a bite attack. Unarmed strike. Bite, charm. Children of the night. Vampire can magically call 1d4 swarms of bats or rats.
Oh.
They're only bats or rats. They're going to be very small, and he's probably easily crushed. So, but the charm one, what does this do? DC 17. Ooh. Yeah, so this is something he can use all the time, actually. But it'll be his only move, I guess. So the other bet is to do that.
Is there only
Rushing
one
damage,
reaction
so
per
he damage the vampire can grapple the target. Oh, nope, does not hit Theobald. As you see the vampire immediately lunge for Theobald, and his first attempt to strike him just pings off the armor. You hear another animalistic growl as he grabs again. This time actually does damage Theobald a little bit and gets him into a grapple. And does he get to try and roll right away to get out of it? Or does he,
on his turn.
Yeah, so it has to wait on his turn to try and get out of it. Okay, so still takes 11 damage right now. As you finally hear a grunt from Theobald as the vampire just finally pins him up close, and you hear him hiss as he's about to pull back his head. But it's going to take a moment before he can get Theobald in the right position to try and bite him.
Okay.
That gives you all some time. Belina!
Alright. I have only one move that can work, and how much movement do I have? These are 5 foot squares, right?
5 foot squares, yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, I guess I can go right here.
25, yeah, you can just get inside and maybe get like north or diagonal of Geralt.
Yeah. I am going to... Can I aim at a good range at the vampire, or do I have to move at a different...
You can see him. You can shoot something at him.
Alright, okay, so I am going to do... At 3rd level...
Hmm.
Actually, I have a better idea. I am going to do at 3rd level... Magic Missile.
Okay. Just all of them on the vampire?
All of them on the vampire. So that would be about... That'd be about...
5d4 plus 5, I think.
5d4 plus 5. Oh shit.
Oh,
Pop, 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 pop.
you
You've
took
done
care
enough.
of his regeneration for this turn.
Yep. You basically done exactly his regeneration for this turn as you just pop a series of shots through the vampire as it hisses out in pain. Still clutch on the Theobald since he was the first one to cause him this much anguish, but he might have another person to look after as soon as he's done with the cleric.
Oh, great. So, if the vampire kills Theobald and then kills Velena, does that mean I can claim Garroth?
Oh!
Oh!
Good.
Oh! Too soon! Too soon!
Geralt comes running in. Let the holy man go. With which, Hyborian Maul +2. Wappy wappy. Oh gosh, I think that just cleared his AC. That was almost too low. Alright, and that's additional 15 damage. Hey, how are you regenerating your hit points already? I told you 24. Now, please. And that's another negative 15. So he's
Right, the
down.
vampire's regenerating behind the scenes.
Don't forget Geralt gets more than one attack.
Oh, that's right,
Out of
actually.
man's hands.
And oh, nope, that was just L. I just clicked on the first G. My brain. There we go. Second smack. Nope. All right, so goes to Azina now. As the vampire barely dodged the second swipe of the hammer and also barely misses hitting Theobald.
I'm going to I'm gonna give Giselle a bardic inspiration.
Hold on, I just realized radiant damage.
Oh yeah, there were would have been two of them there. It's a 2d4.
2d4.
Or no, wait, no, only
no,
one of those.
yeah.
Only one of those hit. 1d4.
1d4. And it would be multiplied by 4 by... Okay, yeah, it'd be
Two.
up to 8 because of the double damage to the vampire. So... Boom.
Let's see.
There. Alright, now it's your turn.
Oh, my character sheet's freezing because I tried to change something. Giving a bardic inspiration to Giselle.
Okay.
I'm just gonna remember that I used one of them instead of trying to change the freaking character sheet. And then I'm going to move up, and I'm gonna double attack with my greatsword.
First one hits,
First
second
one hits, so roll a d4.
Ooh,
So
but it's
17
17
damage.
total. Yeah.
Your second swipe misses, but your first one hit true as the vampire seems to keep dodging only after he's been hit the first time, and gives a growling hiss back towards you, but still struggling to hold on to Theobald, who now gets his chance to try and break free. I believe that would be his full action to do that, correct? His action part of his turn.
Hold on. I grapple.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to check what stat was.
Yeah, you gotta use your action to escape, but you can still use this bonus action to make the
the hit happen. Yeah. It's a strength check.
Fuck, I just closed it. I think it is.
I believe that's usually the stat used. Strength check. Or not saving throw, just a check. Nope, not strong enough. It just kind of squirms there for a few minutes, and then also kind of.
The way you're supposed to do it is it's supposed to be an athletics check versus an athletics check.
Well, I think it's a saving throw for the vampire.
No, escaping from a grapple, because it's a grapple, right?
Yeah, that's an opposed roll.
Yeah, it's an athletics check versus an athletics check.
Then why is there a thing that says there's an AC to it?
Because I think it's a special ability by the vampire or something, is what I was trying to say.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, it has a set escape. It has a set escape DC. But that should have been an athletics check instead of a strength check.
Okay. Athletics check instead. Again, I'm clicking the wrong things. There. Athletics. Not sure it's going to help much. Just went up by 3 and it has a +3 to his athletics. As far as I'm aware, it's the same roll.
Yeah, actually it was. But sometimes if you're proficient, you'd be more likely.
So yeah, he's still sitting there squirming, but he can't quite break free. But he can also summon up enough concentration that he can send his sword to go in and still do a swipe. Ah, missed. That's the one thing I hate about spiritual weapons. Unless you pump a lot of levels into how high it is, it's gonna miss a lot.
Man, I should have gave the spiritual weapon my bardic inspiration.
Well, speaking of bardic inspirations, Giselle is next. That's the sword. How many points is that? What does the bardic inspiration do?
It can be, it's a 1d10 and it can be used to increase the damage.
Yeah, she's gonna use it to decrease the damage because she just hit that armor.
And then
And don't
the
forget
radi-
the radiant damage.
the radiant
don't-
damage and the sneak attack damage.
1d4. Jeez. Okay.
So right now it's at 20. Up to 20 damage.
No, it's more than that with the.
12, 22,
Oh yeah,
plus
30,
8,
30,
30
30,
damage.
30, yeah, I must add it. She's
And,
still gotta do the sneak attack damage.
and still do the sneak attack. Jeez. Okay. And add that. God. Okay. 40.
She rolled as low as she could on a couple of those rolls too. Holy shit. She
You
rolled
just
3
see this
ones.
arrow go right through the vampire's chest, and you just see him for a moment, as it's a lot that apparently just gets absolutely pulverized by the arrow shot. But he's still standing as he kind of lurches back for a moment, but then quickly clutches Theobald again, and then looks in Giselle's direction, and it just gives this wild, angry hiss.
That's gotta be the most deadly arrow shot we'd have ever had. 20 damage from an arrow shot. That's
think
more
we-
damage than Fireball usually does.
I think that's more damage than I put out on a triple attack.
All right, Valerius, your turn.
Okay, so I know we're doing quite a lot of damage to this.
Move into the room and do more damage.
I guess. I will go ahead and go here. Boop.
Yep,
And
that's
I will
only
do
10.
Eldritch Blast, I think.
Yeah, you can do that.
There we go.
Doesn't need concentration.
Eldritch. Ah!
Eldritch Blast.
Oh, first one hit.
Blast. First one hits for another 9 damage. There's a slight angry hiss and a grunt as he gets smacked in the side of the shoulder with it. Obviously doing some more damage, as you see there's a little bit more blood than just the human blood that he was drinking a little while ago dripping out of him at this point. But it is his turn. Immediately gets 20 hit points back.
Ugh, not used to seeing this much of my own blood these days.
I'm not used to seeing this much of my own blood.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody. Oh, please make him talk like Ben Stiller.
That was more of a Nelson from The Simpsons line, though.
Let's see here. Bite. Melee weapon attack. Plus 9 to hit. Piercing. Damage. Proc damage. One willing creature or a creature that is grappled by the vampire incapacitated.
imagine you'd have an advantage since he's got him grappled. I don't know.
That is one willing creature or creature that is grappled by the vampire, incapacitated, or restrained. The target's hit points maximum is reduced by amount equal to the necrotic damage taken. And the vampire regains the hit points equal to that amount.
Oh,
The
shit.
reduction lasts until the target finishes a long rest. The target dies if this effect reduces the hit points to maximum of 0. So this he doesn't get the multi-strike, but this is his only attempt to be able to hit Theobald, and I think he just missed.
Oh yeah, he missed.
Because Theobald's armor luckily is, way up there at 20.
Tries to bite him and hits
So
the
he
next
quickly
guard.
tries to bite it, and Theobald quickly lurches his head to one side, and he just gets a whole bunch of helmet. This tink.
I think his teeth breaks and he goes, I think I need to see a dentist.
No, you're going too hammy.
Okay.
You're going too hammy. No, he just clink, tries to. If he only had enough time, he would try to crush Theobald some more before taking another attempt at it. But he doesn't really have much time now. He
Alright.
wasted his opportunity trying to bite him. Valena.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a second level witch bolt on this thing.
Okay.
I thought you were going to use your necrotic spell on him.
No, necrotic I don't think has any effect on him.
Matter of fact, I might act the exact opposite effect on him. Might actually heal him. Let me double check.
Yeah.
You're using negative material energy on an undead.
Damage
generally not
resistance
good.
necrotic, so you take like half damage.
Okay. We need to remember, I think, is Eldritch Blast necrotic damage?
No, it's force.
It's
No,
force.
I said witch's
Okay.
bolt. But I said
Okay.
witch's bolt.
Yeah. What
Well,
does
no, but
witch's
we hit him
bolt-
with Eldritch Blast already. I was just thinking
It's
about
force. It's force.
Okay. Well, I still don't know what witch's bolt does.
Basically, here's how it works. If I hit him at all once, I can continue to spell for each of my turns to keep doing damage without having to roll attack every turn. I only have to roll the attack once.
Okay.
that. Oh, yeah,
Well, you hit
it basically strings a attack to him.
Oh, and here's the best part. The damage for a witch's bolt is 1d12 normally, but since I'm casting at second level, I get to do 2d12.
Okay.
Why don't you just have this spell on your character sheet that you can click it?
Yeah, like so we can actually see the
I-
details.
That's what I thought, but it's apparently not set up.
Weird.
Yeah, I thought it was weird too. 22 damage.
Jeez. Okay.
Let me see something.
Whap.
Really? Oh, it's Witch Bolt, not Witch's Bolt.
Yeah, witch bolt.
Bolt.
Let me add it to your sheet for you since I have access to your sheet anyhow.
It's
Okay.
lightning damage, by the way, Matt.
Oh. Does that change things?
I don't know. I don't know what a vampire has for resistances. I thought
Damage resistance. Nope.
what level were you casting this as?
Second level, so it's 2d12.
Mm,
So, yeah, I gotta mark that out on my sheet.
And that's your turn.
Oh, it's being processed right now. I got that.
Yeah, because I'm adding the spell to your sheet real quick.
Yeah,
So that should actually work now.
yeah.
Actually, just click it to make sure for next time.
Alright, let's just click it.
Sorry. I'm done
Yeah.
fucking with your sheet.
Alright, let's see. Witch bolt. No, that's alter self, damn it. Where's
Why did you click that?
Alright, there. Second level. There There we go.
Yeah, so now it's
There
set
you
up
go.
properly.
All right.
Yep, it does lightning damage. Okay.
That was a crappy roll on the one with the actual thing, though.
I know.
So yeah, that 22 smacked him, and it's Geralt's turn, and he just bellows at him. I told you to let go. Whoomp. Whoomp. First one completely misses as the vampire just kind of hisses and almost chuckles at him for dodging it so easily, but then immediately poof right in the jaw for laughing at him.
D4.
I'm surprised he's not
and
reckless
the
attacking.
D4. Boom. 2.
So, 13 damage.
If I was Geralt, I'd be reckless attacking right now because the vampire's not even trying to hit him.
Meh. He's kind of holding on to his stuff just in case. You never know. All right. Xena.
I just realized something. This is actually an enemy I couldn't do my cheese techniques against because I couldn't use invisibility because the undead can see invisible enemies. I'm gonna just stick with my sword attacks.
All right.
Well, one of them
Well,
hit.
the first one hit. D4.
D4. Yep.
4.
4, so 13.
So yeah, negative 13 altogether. He is massively hurting. You see him kind of half slouch over as you're slicing into him, but he's still panting and holding on. Damn.
Oh, yeah. Also, I use my bonus action to give another bardic inspiration to. Actually, I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration to Theobald because he can use it to break free if he needs to.
All right. So immediately to Theobald, who's also up next. So Theobald, strength check to get break free. Ooh. I believe that uses his turn, though, his action, right?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be an athletics check, but we'll still take that.
But yeah, it would have been the same roll. But he still has his spiritual weapon.
Yep. Well, yes, he does. So at least he still has something to try and smack back with. So, that's Geralt. Why did I click Geralt again? Got too many windows.
Yeah, the only reason we're probably going to
Dang
end up winning.
That's not what I wanted.
Because the only reason we're probably going to win this is because it didn't have any minions.
Ooh!
Holy!
He doesn't even use the bark inspiration as you just see the holy weapon come swinging in, and instead of just swinging, it literally goes into a spin as it just chops the vampire's head off as Theobald just manages to duck it.
Holy! He just killed it?
Just killed it. He gave it. He only had 7 hit points left. He just negatived it.
Ow.
And you just see thick blood just gush out of the stump for a few seconds as the body just tumbles over. And you hear another earth-shattering scream from one of the ladies in the corner that's left of the traveling merchants. Yes, this has just turned into a very bloody mess.
Okay, you know, does anyone have a torch? Like, we should probably burn the vampire's body.
I have a I could burn it. Just everybody get out of the room.
Don't need to burn it.
Let's not burn the room with everything else, shall we?
Don't you have another spell called Sacred Fire?
Oh yeah, I do. Actually, I have Holy Flame.
That's what it was. Holy Flame.
It's Holy Flame. It's basically Sacred Fire, but with some kind of holy power added to it.
I'd say to use that to make sure it doesn't get back up.
I don't have a torch. I have a bullseye lantern or something.
Yeah, I was just checking Geralt for a torch. I'm surprised he doesn't have one. He might actually invest in that because it sounds like it could be
There we
useful
go.
once in a
Oh,
while.
I do have flasks of oil.
There's a sacred flame right
So you
there.
sacred flame it, and you just basically let the body smolder for a little while just to make sure the vampire doesn't come back.
That's
Yep.
still radiant damage, not fire damage.
Oh wait.
Yeah, but it'd still be pretty effective. It would just burn it with holy energy instead of burning it with fire.
It's probably gonna wake up going, oh, ow, ow, oh my,
It's a
everything
really
hurts.
bad sunburn.
Alright. So, I guess in closing, what do you want to do really quick before we head off for tonight?
I kind of checked with the 2 merchants to make sure they're okay.
What does roasted vampire taste like?
Ew. That's still technically cannibalism?
Huh.
It's also a really old corpse.
Ew. I guess jerky. then.
Smells like, yeah, I was gonna say, it smells like cooked jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
smells
more or
like
less-
really old dried jerky lit on fire.
I
It's
asked the
like
merchants
expired
Ugh.
jerky or something.
Yeah. Like
I
the
just,
jerky that's
I just
jerky
remember
that's
that
been
bit-
slowly turning green.
I just remember that bit in Futurama where they were eating mummies.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like he ate alien mummy pharaoh of this. He's like, crud, I was gonna eat him.
That was teriyaki flavor, yeah.
I'm guessing the merchants.
Oh yeah, you were going to talk to the merchants. The woman is absolutely terrified, but she's all right. She was not attacked. However, I'm going to say that the other person with her was the male leader of the troop, and he's also absolutely frightened and shocked by what he's seen tonight, but also is unscathed. However, their companion seems to be very much dead at the moment. Checking them over, it seems like there is a bite mark. And we'll leave with that. See you all next time.
The dead one has a bite mark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as I said, see you all next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you all in 2 weeks. I
Let's
have off.
fix your